Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Regular viewers will know that I've been off for about maybe a month since the Brentford game was the last video that I made. I've been on holiday, some other stuff as well, but I'm back to it now. I thought I'd ease myself in with a live stream. Not going to the game today, which I usually do go to the home games. But this one I'm just going to be doing a live watch along for, and then I'll be back going to the games for the Fulham and the Arsenal games, and you get match day vlogs from them. So we'll be back on it from now. But for today, we're against Aston Villa here. Last time out against Aston Villa at home, they won 3-0. I was sat in the cheese wedge. It was a really, really disappointing game because it was Marsh's second game as a Leeds manager, his first home game. And like I say, it was 3-0 to Villa. Really disappointing in the end, that one. But we were in a tough place that time. We were in a tough place. We didn't have enough senior players. Now we've recruited. We've got players back. We've got Bamford back on the bench. And so we should be a lot stronger than we were last time. They are also a lot weaker. They've lost some key players, like Kamara is out injured. I think that was in the Bournemouth game that he picked up that injury. So Leeds, on paper, look like the stronger side for this game. Just seeing Jesse Marsch now as well. We need to mention that he is not down on the touchline because of his one-match ban that he picked up against Brentford. He is up in the gantry with some analysts, and he will be watching down there. And I think he's got a little headset on to maybe speak to the assistant coach. But having said that, that's what the teams look like. Rodrigo up front, Bamford on the bench, and we do look on paper stronger than them, but that is not to say that we should misjudge how good Aston Villa can be on their day, because they have got some dangerous players and they can do some damage. We've just kicked off now, so I'll set my timer going. So 0-0 in this game. Just started. If you've just joined me, we've just started at Elland Road with Leeds against Aston Villa. Leeds playing in this kit, which I don't think I've worn on a video or stream yet. The nice new home kit, which I really like, especially with the LUFC detailing in the white bits of the shirt. So good shirt, good stadium, good vibes. Let's go out and win this game. If you've got any questions or anything to pop in the chat, then just let me know and I will get back to you, and we'll chat about what's going down in the game. Pascal Struijk has just fouled an Aston Villa player. I think it is Jacob Ramsey, just inside their half there. So 0-0, 50 seconds in. The small water bottle that I've got there I use for all my streams, just so it lasts me the full hour and a half, 2 hours, however long a game goes on. Tyrone Mings, I can imagine, will get a bit of grief today, just because he always does against Leeds for some reason. Maybe they just think they can get in his head, and I think it did work against them last time when we drew 3-3 at their spot. Ball bobbling around in there, but someone's tried to send it long, and Ashley Young is on the right-hand side here against Liam Cooper, but he's going back towards his own half. And Sinisterra has managed to win the ball off him and got brought down there, so Leeds free kick. That's Leon Bailey kicking the ball away there. That should be a yellow card. He's just kicked the ball away. It doesn't matter how early it is in a game. He should have a yellow card for kicking the ball away there. Yeah, commentator's saying as well, lucky to escape. Should be a card. 100% should be a card. Everybody let me know down in the comments if the audio's okay, the visuals are okay. Just let me know, and if anything's wrong, I can try and sort it out, because obviously I can't tell. Ball back with Melier now, just about to send the ball long. He's thinking about it, and he sent it out to the right-hand side. Christensen. Apparently Christensen was very good in Denmark's game against France, and actually kept Mbappe quiet. So if he can do that, then we've got to have a bit of faith in him that he can be that good for Leeds as well. So let's hope that Rasmus has a really good game today. He has just given away a free kick against John McGinn, I think. So that's not a great start, but hopefully he can keep up that form that he has with the national team. If he can keep Mbappe quiet, then I'm sure he can keep some of these Villa players quiet. Augustinsson, the Swede, is about to whip this cross in. Oh no, he's not. He plays it short and across the box. Young tries to clip it into the box. Mings is at the far post. He's manhandled Jack Harrison, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. I'm a bit nervous about this game, to be honest. I think it's the sort of game that we should be winning, given where Villa are, not only in the table, but where the level that they've been playing at, essentially. They've lost a lot of their recent games. We haven't played in a month, though, so I don't know if that'll hinder or help us. We'll have fresh legs, but we haven't had match readiness, really, for this game. We've had 29 days off, so... And so have I, actually, for the channel. Ball's been clipped through by Tyler Adams, and Rodrigo can't quite get there before the towering Emi Martinez gets it over the top of his head. Cooper's back in today, actually, which is one of the notable things for this game. Cooper's back, and that means that Diego Llorente has been dropped, and that's what we're all crying out for, because as much as you can say, give him another chance, he's had quite a few chances now, and especially against Brentford, he was absolutely woeful. Like, really, really bad. Cost us 3 goals. So he needed dropping. You can't be nicey forever. He needed dropping, and he has been, so I'm happy about that. I'm also very interested to see how Sinisterra performs today, because he, as well, for Colombia, scored 2 goals in one of their games in the international break. So he's in fine form, especially because he'd scored a couple of goals for Leeds before he went away with the national team. So he's been getting game time. He's been scoring goals both at club and international level. So hopefully he keeps up that today and gets another one, or an assist at least. Rodrigo with a nice little flick on, but Jack Harrison can't quite get it under control. It's not very often that we say that. Jack Harrison chasing it all the way back to Martinez, who's going to send it long. God, I wish I was there, but I'm just so knackered from coming back from my holiday and stuff that I just thought I'm just going to give this one a miss, because it's just a nightmare to jet lag and all that sort of thing. So we get the second best thing, and we get to watch it live. So John McGinn, who might have a few tasty challenges going in on him today after what he did to Archie Gray in the pre-season Australia tour. If you didn't see that, he gave him a good kick in, and he actually got Archie Gray stretchered off, and he's only a 16-year-old lad. So for a pre-season friendly, we all thought as Leeds fans that it wasn't on really to be acting like that. So he might get a bit of stick today. I say that just as Augustinsson, the left back, has just put a foot in. And he's getting a yellow card for putting a foot in on Rasmus Christensen there. Scraped down the back of his ankles, I think. Yeah, right down the back of his ankles and his calf. So that's a yellow card there for Augustinsson. Hopefully, Sinisterra or Harrison can get on that side now against Augustinsson. Get their tricky feet in there and try and draw another foul for him to get sent off. Because that always helps, especially when it's a defender. Because I think Digne's injured as well, so they wouldn't really have a first team choice left back to go in there if that happens. So that could be a little tactic to employ. Leeds seem to be winning the ball back okay a couple of times in here, but the problem seems to be that we're almost panicking a bit when we're trying to get the ball forward. And instead of passing it into our players' feet, we seem to be passing it past players, putting a bit too much fizz on the ball. And so hopefully Leeds can just calm their heads down a little bit and get the ball into feet. Pascal Strout winning the ball back there well. Sinisterra has gone through about 4 players there and managed to find feet of Harrison, which is really, really good. Harrison sprayed it out to Rasmus Christensen, who's on the edge of the box, trying to pass it into Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson passes it to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's shot is deflected and falls harmlessly into Emi Martinez's grasp, but that is a lot better. Sinisterra with a little bit of individual brilliance to get through. Harrison sprays it out wide to Christensen, and then on this replay here, you can just see how he plays it inside to Brendan Aronson, who lays it off to Rodrigo, but he can't get a clean strike on it because of the defenders that are there. So unfortunate there, but a bit better signs of life in this Leeds attack. Cleared there by Robin Koch. Won back by Mings. Won back by Leeds again, though. Rodrigo's trying to win that, but Douglas Luiz has managed to get the ball again. Played a good ball over the top. Pascal Strout's chasing in behind here. Leon Bailey on the right-hand side tries to cross the ball into the box. It's gone through to Watkins. Oh, bit of communication there. If Watkins had left that ball, the ball would have gone straight to McGinn at the back post, and McGinn probably would have been in for 1-0, especially because he's left-footed. Yeah, it's a let-off that. There was nobody at the back post marking. Rasmus should have been there, and he'd gone central again. He'd run right into the middle, ball watching, and it's a bit worrying that Sinisterra keeping the ball away again, well, like he usually does. He never seems to give the ball away, Sinisterra. I shouldn't say things like that, should I? It will just jinx us, but Roca tries to play a ball through to Rodrigo, but it goes straight into the grasp of Emi Martinez. We don't look like we've got a massive amount of ideas going forward. I think we need to be a bit more calm on the ball and try and work something out here, because we do seem to be overplaying a lot of our passes, and it's not great for when you're trying to create those attacks, especially when you're trying to create those counter attacks. Playing the ball like that is just not gonna help your team. So it's going to be a bit of a weird one for Jesse Marsh. He said before the match that he's trusting his senior players, and he has the senior council of players, doesn't he? That he wants to trust in that they can handle themselves and carry out the game plan without him on the sideline. Obviously, it's a disadvantage having him up in the crowd, but hopefully this Leeds team can handle themselves. Free kick given away against Tyler Adams. We're just about to get into the 10th minute here at Elland Road. Nothing much happened yet. No real dangerous attacks or shots. Villa had an opportunity. Leeds had an opportunity. Neither of them clear cut. So we stay 0-0 here at Elland Road. John McGinn about to put this ball into the box here. We've got a bit of a mismatch because for some reason Sinisterra is marking Tyrone Mings. Oh! The ball went all the way to the back post, and Meslier just flapped at it and completely missed the ball there. Yeah, he's really misjudged that. Luckily, it was in a place that it was too... I think Cooper actually heads that out for a corner there. But Meslier just completely misses the ball, and Cooper has to head it out for a corner here, so it's going to be a Villa corner. Worrying signs from Meslier there. Hopefully it's just one little slip up, one little lapse of concentration, and he's back on it again, but he's slightly worrying. Referee's having a word with Rasmus and Coutinho, I think, here. Ball's put into the box and cleared away by Cooper. All the people who complain about Cooper and say League One Liam and all this sort of thing, you just have to watch him in situations like that. Granted, Robin Koch and Pascal Struijk are really good defenders, and I really, really like them. But you don't get that from them. Liam Cooper will just charge out and win the header and get you out of danger, and you don't get that with the other defenders. So I think that's something that we have that's invaluable, really, in this team. Yeah, Kelvin, the fans are always brilliant, aren't they, at Elland Road? So hopefully Leeds give them something to cheer and something to get up about, anything controversial or just a shot on target, really, would get the fans going and really G up the team. Sinisterra plays a ball across to Robin Koch, who then passes it into Rasmus Christensen. Leeds hoping to create a bit of something here. Ball down the line, though, is cut out by Ludvig Augustinsson, the Swede. The game so far has been a little bit flat. Not really anything happening in terms of chances. Leeds just need a little spark, something to get them going, even just a shot from distance that the keeper has to save, anything like that, just something to get us up for it, something to get us going. Because it does look a little bit flat, and it can be sort of expected because we haven't played for 29 days, so it is going to be a little bit flat at first, but hopefully we can sort of grow into the game. I'm not sure about Villa, actually. If they might have played over the last couple of days, so I'll just check that. Mark Rocker now with the ball in his own half. Aronson trying to break here. Gets the ball back from Rocker. Aronson with the ball, plays it into Rodrigo. Rodrigo plays the ball across the box. It's a great pass. It's come back to Christensen on the other side of the box, and Christensen's hit it straight into the gloves. So yeah, Villa played against Southampton and won 1-0 on the 16th of September. So they haven't played in 2 weeks, but they've still played. They still played less time ago than we did. Yeah, that first pass was a really good one across the box, but there was nobody there. But Rasmus wasn't really able to do anything from the other end anyway. Ball back with Meslier now. That was a little bit of something, a little spark of life it seemed like. But we do just need to just have a shot on target, to have a bit of a chance, and then get the crowd up for it, because at the moment there's not much to cheer about. Also, can we just say that the earlier kickoff today, well done to Erling Haaland and well done to Phil Foden for absolutely smashing Scum. I mean, Scum made it look better than it was by scoring 3 goals in the second half, but Erling Haaland is a different beast, and yeah, there's just no stopping him. He's got 14 goals already. Watkins is in the Leeds United box. Oh, Watkins was in the box there. Went straight to Meslier, who made a good save, and then the ball actually bobbled to Coutinho, but Meslier was able to collect again, so a bit of a let-off there. It's a good turn from Watkins. It was a very tight angle for him to score from, but the ball did pop out back to... Yes, we do have a stronger bench. That's a good shout as well. Like I was saying with Liam Cooper, he wouldn't have been available for that game straight after Brentford, I don't think. You got Bamford back. Rodrigo's back as well because he picked up an injury, so he's actually only missed 1 game. So yeah, and hopefully as well, the other thing is hopefully... Apparently Wilfried Gnonto had a pretty good international break, played well, and so hopefully we see a little bit of him today. Rodrigo's going to get a yellow card, I think, here, but he actually only slipped over as an accident, I think. But yeah, hopefully we see a bit of Gnonto today, even if it's the last 20 minutes. We haven't seen him in a Leeds shirt yet, so it'll be good to see him get on the pitch and try and affect the game. I think he offers something very different to Rodrigo and Bamford, in that he's more of a get your head down and run at a defender type of attacker, and hopefully that could cause a few problems, especially with Mings. Mings is not the best in one-on-one situations, so hopefully we could see Gnonto come on a little bit later on, which Marsh is probably planned for, because I think he said that. Yeah. I'm not going to read your name. I'm not going to read your name out, Doctor, but I'll just call you Doctor. But hoping for 10-20 minutes of Gnonto. Yeah, so am I. When we were first linked to him, Marsh said it's probably one for a couple of transfer windows time because he's not ready for the Premier League yet. Obviously, extenuating circumstances. Oh, Leeds are in the box here. Ball into Rodrigo. Rodrigo's trying to do something with it, and Leeds have won a corner. So whilst this corner's out, Marsh was saying how he didn't think that Gnonto was perhaps ready for the Premier League, but he's now said, and I suppose you would anyway, he sort of retracted that and said, I'm going to have to maybe retract that statement because he looks like he's doing really, really well for Italy and stuff. It's hard to tell whether he would have said that anyway because we've signed the player now, and you kind of need to do things like that for confidence levels, but I'm hoping that he really means that and Gnonto actually gets a bit of game time. Ball came into the box then off that corner, and Liam Cooper got a little bit of a glancing header, but nothing on it really, and it was able to just fizzle through to Emi Martinez. It's not a great header that from... I think Cooper could have probably done better there, could have maybe got it on target. Coutinho's running one-on-one at Cock, has a shot and it goes straight into Mellier's grateful grasp. He's moaning at the referee now because... there was a foul in the build-up to that, but it didn't really affect the outcome. Meslier with the ball now. 17 minutes in here. And Leeds look like they are starting to put a little bit more pressure on here. But that's when you don't want to get complacent and let Villa have chances. Yeah, I totally agree. When he first came in and people were saying, "Oh, he's not ready. He's not good enough," and all this stuff, I was thinking he's played for the Italy national team. Like he must be doing something right. He must be a half decent player to be able to get that opportunity. Loose back pass there, and Meslier was only just able to clear. But yeah, he must be doing something right if he's playing for the Italian national team at his age. He's only 18, so he should get a little bit of Premier League game time. Even if it's like what Joffy got last season, like 20 minutes at the end of every game or 10 minutes, just consistent chances to at least play a little bit of Premier League football is what he needs really for his development, and maybe Gelhardt can play a bit more of a role. Yeah, commentators just saying what I said, a lack of composure basically, and everybody's panicking a little bit when they get the ball and they're trying to attack. I'm sure Gerrard's had the same haircut since like 2005. But yeah, we need to keep calm a little bit more on the ball when we're in these attacking situations. We seem to be overplaying it, overthinking it, and we just need to calm down a bit. We just need to calm down, pass the ball into feet, and just wait for those opportunities to open up in front of us. Tyler Adams is going to get booked here, I think. He's just taken down John McGinn, which is probably, like I say, a bit of revenge for what he did to Archie Gray. Yeah, commentators just saying that as well. That Aston Villa like playing balls into their holding midfielders, but Tyler Adams and Matt Rucker like to nip in and try and take that ball, so they've got to be wary of that, and we've got to try and utilise it if it's possible. Yeah, I don't even know what Tyrone Mings has actually done there. I think maybe he was time wasting or something, but Leeds fans getting on his back a little bit there, and as you would expect, as they always do with Tyrone Mings. Long ball forward then from Emi Martinez. 20 minutes in here, 0-0, and not really any chances. Coutinho tries to pass the ball, but it's gone to Augustinson, who whips it into the box, and Meslier is able to catch that and just trip over the back of Ollie Watkins. Meslier, I think, put in some good performances as well in the international break for the France under-21s. When Lloris retires, it shouldn't be too long before Meslier is in with a shout of actually being the first team French national team. I know they have Maignan that plays for AC Milan and a few other keepers, Areola as well at Fulham. I think he's at Fulham, isn't he? Aronson passes it into Sinisterra on the edge of the box, whips it across. Oh! Ball right across the face of goal. Rodrigo's so close to getting on the end of that, but it's a lot better from Leeds. Sinisterra does really well. He's going to be so good for a Sinisterra. He was really creative there. Managed to get down the line and pass a ball right across the box in that corridor of uncertainty. And Rodrigo was nearly able to get on it. Aronson's in here. Aronson's in behind. He's turned. He's having a look. He's not really got any options. He's going to lose the ball, I think. But Rodrigo's managed to win it back, and it goes to Christensen. Back to Adams on the edge of the box. Adams, oh. Leeds keep winning the ball back here. So we just need to keep this sustained pressure going. Aronson couldn't really do anything when he got in behind. He had to sort of turn around on back of himself and try and wait for backup, but nothing really came of that one. But we've still got the ball, and we're still putting pressure on them in their half, so hopefully this leads to something. In the Premier League, stuff like this, sustained periods of possession and attack need to lead to something, otherwise you get punished. Ball to Rodrigo. Rodrigo has a shot! Oh! So close. He's so confident compared to what he used to be, Rodrigo. If he gets a chance now, he has a crack, and he's just had a shot from the edge of the box. Just fizzed past the post. Really good effort there from Rodrigo. Really love this new confident Rodrigo. It's like a whole different player. So close. Just curled away from that far post, but well done for Rodrigo taking on that chance. This is the chop. I'm just seeing the chance from before. Oh, so close. Rodrigo just maybe if he could have committed to it slightly more. He's gone through Mings' legs and gone right across the 6-yard box. That earlier chance. But like I said, having a few little chances. I can hear the crowd are starting to ramp up a little bit here because Leeds are having a bit of sustained attacking possession. Villa just throwing the ball in, just inside the Leeds half. Watkins with the ball, tries to spread it out wide, but Sinisterra is going to get there first and pass it back to... Oh no, he's not. He's done me with his skill. Sinisterra's just done 2 Villa players and kept the ball, then passed it out to Harrison. Sinisterra, like I said before, he's played really well in the international break, got a couple of goals, was playing well before that. He's just left off. He's just carried on where he left off, doing really, really well here. Gerrard just signalling something to his players. I couldn't quite tell what. Ball just bobbling around a little bit here in midfield. Rodrigo's tried to win it back, but Augustinson's blasted it long and out for a throw-in just outside the Leeds box. Good touch there by Rocker, who sprayed it out wide to Strauch. He's on the halfway line looking for options. Sinisterra is just outside him. Sinisterra with the ball still is going to recycle it back to Mark Rocker. Rocker and Adams, who are a real key part of this team, have done well today so far. Just breaking up that in midfield and starting the attacks. Another free kick to Villa. Sinisterra has sort of tripped John McGinn there. Oh... Sinisterra's just got a yellow card for accidentally tripping John McGinn. John McGinn's basically just, as he's running, his back legs have been clipped. Back legs, like he's a dog. His back leg has been clipped by Sinisterra's knee, and there was nothing in it. It's definitely not a yellow card for me. He's just following him. Oh no, I take that back. He did it on purpose. he like hooked around him and stood on his foot, so I completely take that back. That was a yellow card. Sinisterra just sort of kicked his foot. Sinisterra has been really good, like I say, today, so hopefully he keeps that up because he's a real asset for us. Just seemed like he's playing a little bit wider in this formation than you would usually expect. He's trying to go down the touch lines a little bit more. Rocker just cut back there and Jacob Ramsey tried to win the ball off him, kicked both his shin pads. Rocker didn't even flinch, and now Jacob Ramsey's injured on the touchline. Emi Martinez then here with the goal kick. Just over halfway inside this first half. It's 0-0 here at Elland Road, but Leeds have had probably, I'd say, the better of the chances and the better of the game so far here. Aronson just dispossessed by Tyrone Mings. Ball cleared long. You haven't looked there, Rasmus. You have not looked. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out get the stream out there. Obviously, I haven't streamed in a while, so there's not going to be that many people in this one. Rocker and Adams are important to us. Kelvin's saying good understanding with each other and Hassel plays for possession. Yeah, they are definitely key players in there, and I think this formation is very reliant on them too in there. And like I said on the midweek fix a couple of times, Rocker is the distributor and Adams is the destroyer, and he breaks up the play in there. But Rocker also does that job well, and Adams also progresses the ball well with his dribbling. So I think it's a really good mix, and it shows that we've done our homework on the recruitment strategy with getting those two in. I think Mo Kamara would have been a similar type of player to Tyler Adams, so at least there you can see what they're trying to do. Matt Rocker was brought in very early because he needs a bit of a revitalisation of his career. He's got a wicked left foot on him, really good passing distribution, and he's good at breaking up the play. And then Tyler Adams was then brought in to complement that, and I think those two work so well as a base in midfield to spring all our attacks from. And I think they've been good so far this season, really, really good. Tyler Adams probably being the better of the two when everybody expected, actually, that Tyler Adams wouldn't be that good and was hoping for Mo Kamara instead, but I think Tyler Adams has been brilliant. Jacob Ramsey has a little shot there just from the edge of the box, but it's deflected for a corner to Aston Villa. Yeah, like I said before, when you have periods of sustained possession in games like this, and you have those opportunities to shoot and to score, you've got to take at least one whilst you're in the ascendancy, because you really do get punished in the Premier League. We saw that against Brentford. We had chances and we scored a couple of goals, but just some of the defending was woeful in that game. So we've just got to hope that whilst we're in the ascendancy, and hopefully whilst we're in this first half, we can get ahead and then give them something to try and push for, which maybe leaves more gaps at the back. Corner in here from Aston Villa, but able to be flicked away by Pascal Struijk, and Brendan Aronson has kicked it long so that Leeds can get up the pitch here. Tyler Adams here chasing from his own box right up to Emi Martinez, putting an absolute shift in. You just saw it again, Rocker and Adams breaking up the play. Ball in there to Jack Harrison in the centre now. He's taking the ball off him, Jacob Ramsey. Now Villa are going to try and counter-attack it. I think this is going to be a game of counter-attacks, to be honest. A lot of sprinting, a lot of counter-attacking, and a lot of recovery runs for both teams. That is not a foul. You haven't given that as a foul, have you, ref? He just put a shoulder in. Oh, I don't think that's a... No. No, Rasmus has turned his head by that point. He's not even looking at the ball. And Coutinho just runs into his leg. There's no way that's a free kick. It's ridiculous sometimes, some of the stuff they get free kicks given against them for in this league. And Coutinho's going to come over and take this free kick with John McGinn here. So let's hope that Cooper can battle here against Mings and win that header. Ball in by Coutinho and headed over by Ollie Watkins. I really don't think Ollie Watkins is as good as... I really don't think Ollie Watkins is as good as he was made out to be when we were linked to signing him. I think he may have been offside anyway. But I don't think Watkins is as good as people make him out to be honest. When we were first going to sign him and we didn't, everybody was up in arms about it. But I think he's very profligate in front of goal. He doesn't score very often. He doesn't bring that much to the table. Kelvin Tain just looked at the possession. 70-30 for us. Is that a penalty for Leeds? He's shouting at him now as well, Konza, after he's done it. I think it may be a free kick on the edge of the box, but there's a bit of a fracas going on here on the edge of the box. Mark Rocker now getting involved. Something of a legacy from our championship promotion battles. He's saying, well, obviously that was that game where Click and Tyler Roberts scored that goal, but it was between Mark Rocker and a Villa player that didn't play for them at the time either, so... Yeah, he catches Rodrigo in the ear there, Konza, with his elbow. I don't know if it's going to be a free kick. Yeah, no, it's not. Ball's gone out there, though. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird game, this. It's very sort of, like, bitty, and there's not much in the way of actual good play going on, apart from when Sinistera's done a few little bits that have won us chances. Ball kicked away again, long by Villa. They love a long clearance, Villa. They don't often try and play out. Robin Koch brought down here. whilst he's contesting a header. Yeah, 33 minutes in, and it's not been a fantastic game, to be honest. Leeds really need to get a goal here to try and liven up the crowd. Yeah, Watkins has just gone straight into Robin Koch's back there. So Leeds just inside the Villa half here with the ball. Mark Rocker playing the ball into Brendan Aronson, who's dispossessed, but Mark Rocker could maybe try and win the ball back. Oh, God, this ref loves blowing for absolutely everything. Now Mark Rocker's going to get a yellow card as well. Why are VAR looking at this challenge? He's obviously gone in to win the ball. Studs were down. Did it seem like a bit more than that, commentator, and missed time coming together? I don't think it did. He's getting a yellow card, and I think VAR are looking at it. But he just went, who's the ref? I actually can't remember his name. Let me try and find out for you. Stuart Atwell. Stuart Atwell's the ref. Yeah, it should stay a yellow, that. He just mistimed the tackle slightly. It's just his trailing knee, I think, that went into Ollie Watkins' chest there, just because he tried to win the ball, and they both went in for a sliding challenge. So I think fair enough it being a yellow. He just mistimed it. McGinn had a shot from about 35, 40 yards out there. It was deflected off. Let me see who it was deflected off. I don't think it even touched anyone. Somehow he's given that as a corner. So Villa have got a corner here that isn't a corner. So if they score, then it's going to be another injustice against Leeds. Corner about to be whipped in here then. Bit of shoving going on in the goal with Konza and Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams was trying to hide when the referee came over then. Something just dislikable about Mings and Konza. Yeah, I probably agree with that, Kelvin, to be fair. It's used in other situations that waste time where it's clearly not going to be a red card. Ball whipped in here but cleared away by Pascal Strauch. I think. Ball put back into the box. Oh, Mellier's missed it again, but he thinks he was fouled. I don't know if he was, you know. I think he just completely mistimed it. Oh... The ball was played out there to Bailey, and he just first time tried to pass it across the box, and Leeds were able to clear it for another corner. Yeah, I think Mellier's just mistimed another jump again. Although I think Ollie Watkins does push him. Another clearance by Cooper there. Brendan Aronson battling with John McGinn, who's gone all the way back to Emi Martinez. With Sinistera chasing him down. Yeah, it's been a bit of a bitty game. Aston Villa don't really want to play that much football. Oh, well done, Rasmus. They just want to sort of... Oh, well done. Rasmus has done well here. He's still on his run. A couple of tasty challenges here have gone in on Leeds players. Is Rodrigo just got a yellow card? What for? I'm sure Atwood's just said that is not acceptable. I think I could read his lips there. So we attacked there. Brendan Aronson running into their half. Jacob Ramsey wins probably a good tackle against him, if we're being honest. Then Sinistera gets the ball off that and passes it out to Pascal Strouk, and then Bailey just goes shoulder into Pascal's hip. But for some reason, Rodrigo got a yellow card. Maybe for dissent. I can't really see what would have happened there. Oh, the classic Elland Road, you're not fit to referee. Ball into the box from that free kick, and it's just gone through everyone. Been a frustrating game so far. I think it was Jack Harrison who put that one in. Been a really frustrating game. "39 minutes here, so we're just inside the end of the first half. Hoping Leeds could get some sort of chance here to score. Poor throwing from Leeds straight to Jacob Ramsey, who is now attacking into the Leeds half. He's passes it through to Watkins, and Meslier is able to save. It went underneath him, and Robin Koch was then able to clear, but Meslier did make the initial save. Oh, it's Rasmus given a terrible throw-in straight to a Villa player. It goes all the way through to Ramsey, passes it out to Ollie Watkins, and Watkins tries to put it underneath Meslier, but Melier's leg is just able to save it, and then Robin Koch is able to clear in the end. But just before half-time, Aston Villa corner. They're doing a little bit of the England love train here with their corner technique. Ball's whipped in, and Rodrigo is able to clear at the front post, which is usually Bamford's job. Brendan Aronson has the ball here, but is fouled again. They love fouling Brendan Aronson. Leave him alone, all right? Stop fouling Brendan Aronson. Every time he gets the ball and tries to run, he just gets booted in the back of the legs there by Ashley Young. That's a yellow card. If he hasn't been given a yellow card, then that's ridiculous. I'm sorry, you're stopping a counter-attack. That's a yellow card. Kicked him in the back of the legs and didn't get any of the ball. That's a yellow card. Like, how could you possibly not give him a yellow card there if he's supposed to be a professional referee? Good challenge there by Sinistera. Tyler Adams with the ball here, just outside Leeds' box. Passes it back to Mark Rocker. Into Pascal's feet now. Just inside the Aston Villa half, passes it down the line to Sinistera. Sinistera taking on the full-back. Oh, it's Konza. Just manages to cut it back to Pascal Strout. Pascal, just put it in the box. Yeah, I think Pascal doesn't really know what to do with it here, but he's played a good pass into Mark Rocker. Leeds playing around in the corner a bit. Ball into the box. Oof. Harrison wasn't able to get there. Augustinson was able to head it away. Leeds with a little bit of sustained pressure here, so I'm hoping that means we can get a little chance and a bit of a sniff of goal just before half-time, because we really need it in this game. We haven't been fantastic, but we have created, I think, more chances than Aston Villa, and we've obviously been more dominant in possession. That's the first time I've ever seen Rene Maric. He's obviously leading as the first team coach as Marsh is up in the stands. So he'll know what Marsh wants, and he'll know what Marsh is asking him to do, because he'll have a what do you call it, in his ear. Oh, Strout tries to put the ball in the box there, but it goes straight into Emi Martinez's hands. Yeah, I think that's the difference. I think the difference is having Pascal Strout there. He does things like that, and he just not a good cross. But it's not his fault. He's a centre half, so really, well, everybody knows it. But we really needed a left back in the transfer window, and because we didn't get one, we're having to play a centre back at left back. And now he's done well for us there, but he's not an attacking player. And that's not his fault, like I say every time. Just want to mention it's not his fault, but we could have done with someone who's got better delivery than that for overlapping Sinistera. But we have got Nonto, Bamford, Gelhardt as well, I think, all on the bench here. So we have options in the attacking third. As I say that, Villa are going through here. Ooh, Bailey had a shot and it went straight into Mellier's hands, but it was one of the best opportunities of the game, I think, in terms of a clear-cut actual chance to shoot. It's cut back here by Jacob Ramsey, and Leon Bailey takes a little touch out of his feet, has a shot, but Mellier is able to just gather it straight into his midriff. Bit of a let-off there. Three minutes of added time in this first half. So obviously up there you'll see it's 45 minutes, but there's 3 minutes of added time. Yeah, I think Rodrigo's done okay, but you kind of need more of a focal point number 9 up there. So I'm hoping that Bamford does come on. And then even if Bamford comes on for half an hour and then for the last 15 minutes Nonto comes on, because he's been known to do that, Marsh, make a sub, especially if that's because Bamford's injured still. So Bamford get a little bit of game time. Yes, I think he leads the line really well, and I think the other thing is that we need to start thinking about it was a foul on Ezri Konza, but Leeds had a really, really good chance there. Yeah, and then maybe Nonto could come on for Bamford at the end of the second half. I don't think that's a foul. He just nudges him and he falls over. I don't think it's a foul, but Rodrigo didn't score anyway, so if he'd have scored, then VAR would have checked it, but he didn't finish the chance, so he's onside. Konza just falls over like a sack of potatoes. Ooh, Augustinson. I said at the start, hopefully he gets a red card, Augustinson, because he'd already on a yellow. But he now looks injured as well. They don't have a backup left back because what's his face? That left back, Luca Digne, is injured as well. Looks like they're going to be bringing on Jan Bednarek, who is a centre back by trade. And quite honestly, I forgot that he'd gone to Aston Villa. I thought he'd still play for Southampton. I just do need to open my office window because the camera is in danger of overheating. Well, as I come back, Augustinson's still on the floor, so yeah, it looks like Jan Bednarek's going to come on, and I had forgotten. GNC, yeah, I have been busy. I've been on holiday. I was in Florida for 2.5 weeks, and I came back just before that storm, just before that hurricane hit, literally the night before, one of the last flights out, so Pretty lucky in that regard, but yeah. Because there'd been no games as well, I was going to do some like shorts and stuff whilst I was on holiday. But I was just so tired and so busy doing everything on holiday that I just never got around to doing them. And there was no games either, was there? So there wasn't much content to be made anyway. So I just thought I'd leave it, have a little bit of time off whilst I was on holiday, and then get back to it with the first game back, which is obviously this one against Aston Villa. And I said at the start as well, I'll be getting tickets for Arsenal and Fulham, both at home. So you get match day vlogs and stuff from that, and then from Wednesday I should be back on the midweek fix and stuff as well. So should be back to it all full time again now. Well, not full time because I've got a job, but you know what I mean. An advantage here to Aston Villa. Oh, and Jacob Ramsey had a chance there. He brought it down, but it was just too high for him, and it went straight into the arms of Meslier in the end. Very weird, scrappy half this. I think Leeds need to try and get things under control in this second half, because it's been a bit of a weird game, and hopefully, like Kelvin was saying, Bamford brings that kind of quality leading the line. So I'm really hoping that he can sort of do that in this second half and create some chances for us, bringing other people into play. Looks like the second half's going to be blown. The first half's going to end any second now. And it looks to be as if I'm not going to say actually. I'm not going to say that we're going in as at 0-0. Oh, get up, Ashley Young! You should have retired years ago. Spend more time with your grandkids. Oh, he doesn't touch him. Oh, yeah, he hardly even touches him then, and Ashley Young goes down and rolls around like a sack of poo. Looks like the first half is over. I am just going to quickly nip to the toilet, then we'll be back and we'll discuss the events of the first half. Don't really actually need to put my headphones on for this, but yeah, so weird first half really to me. Let's actually go and get some of the Leeds versus Villa. Let's go and get some of the stats from the first half and see what we think about them. So apparently Villa had 7 shots in that first half and Leeds had 4. They had 5 on target, Leeds had none. I think that's misleading in terms of the actual chances that were created, because we did have some of those chances where a ball is fizzed across that corridor of uncertainty and people aren't quite able to get there, or shots that are blocked. We had some good chances in that first half and we created some good things, but we weren't up to our levels that we played against Chelsea or the levels that we played against some other teams that we've managed to score goals against. Even against Brentford, we were better in the attacking third than this. But it's been a fairly even game. In terms of possession, though, we've had 63% possession. They've had 37% possession. And their pass accuracy was 50%. So half of all of their passes have gone astray, which is like mental, really. Pass accuracy 52% they've had, and ours is 75%. 11 fouls to Leeds, 7 fouls to Villa, 3 yellow cards to Leeds, 1. I can't believe that they haven't had more yellow cards, and we've only had 1 corner. They've had 5. So win probability, apparently Leeds 33%, draw 38%, Aston Villa 29%. So we are, well, after a draw, we are the favourites to win this game out of Leeds and Villa if a team is going to win. So, do I think that really reflects the way the first half's gone? Yeah, I think it does, to be honest. I think it does seem like we've had a lot more of the ball. It does seem like we'd created more chances than that, though. To have 4 shots, I suppose some of them weren't actually shots. Some of those ones across the box would have counted as passes. But I think Sinisterra has been really, really good. I think Jack Harrison hasn't been quite at it today, so maybe we could try somebody else out there. I think Bamford needs to come on up front. I don't think Rodrigo is great for this type of game. I think Bamford would do better in this situation. So, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one to work out because Marsh is up in the stands. He's not down on the touchline, so he's got to rely on René Maric to do that sort of thing for him. So, yeah, I think we need to bring on Bamford. I think I would like to see Nonto towards the end of this game, or even at half-time, just give him a chance to show what he's about, because like I said before in the first half, if you missed that, I think he offers something different because he's the sort of player that runs at people, that gets his head down and goes, and he's fast, he's dynamic, he's good with his feet, and he's got a decent finish on him as well. So hopefully that would trouble somebody like Mings and Konza, and I think it could. I think they do sometimes struggle against a player like that, especially Mings struggles in one-on-one situations. Even against Dan James last season in the away game, he struggled against Dan James, and Dan James obviously had the game of his life, but he did really, really well in there. So yeah, it'd been interesting to see what he could do, and Bamford as well I think would be a good shout. Don't know how fit he is, but 0-0 at half time going into the second half. We need to change something, I think, because we haven't quite been at it today. It's been okay, but we haven't quite been at it. I'm just going to listen to what Roy Keane's saying about us. Just talking about the chances that Leeds have had, Rodrigo's chances especially, and I think just this one that I was talking about where it goes right across the box, he just doesn't quite get there in time. I think he actually does get there in time, but he doesn't sort his feet out in time for that one that went right across the face of the goal. This is why I'm talking about bringing on bringing on Bamford. This one's a lot better. Edge of the box, he has a pop and it just fizzes past the post. I think that's a lot better. I liked that from him. I said that when it happened. I like that confidence from him. But it just fizzed past the post. And Micah Richards as well saying it's not been the most entertaining game, which I totally agree with. It hasn't really. I think I'm going to have to open this door as well slightly just for add a bit of cold into this room because my camera's still got the temperature sign by it, so that's worrying. Looking at Watkins' chances, he's been just as profligate as Rodrigo has in front of goal. He hasn't really had massively good chances, but the ones he has, he just doesn't really put them away, does he ever? Yeah, I wouldn't even mind seeing Nonto come on for Harrison on that right-hand side. Just see what he can do in there, because I feel like he can play in that position as well. And he's quick, he's dynamic. I think he could do well there, especially because I think they brought on Jan Bednarek as a left-back who's a centre-back. So it'd be interesting to see whether Nonto could get past him down there. Roy Keane saying it feels like an end of season game, and to be honest, as much as I hate to admit it, I kind of agree with him. It's a bit slow, a bit. There's a lot of mistakes. Villa's mistakes, especially 50% pass completion, unbelievable. Yeah, there's been a lot of fouls and stuff which I haven't talked about. A lot of fouls, a lot of sliding in, a lot of aggression in this game, but not much quality. So it kind of feels like a scrappy championship game again. But the sort of game that Leeds and Villa would have played a couple of years ago in the championship, to be honest. Let's hate this off again because it's blooming adverts, because they love to shove as many adverts as they possibly can down your throat. So, 0-0 then. I know Kelvin's hoping for Nonto and Bamford to start. Anybody else think of any substitution that they'd like to see that they think could affect this game, and we can talk about it as it's half time. That hasn't started yet. I'm just getting it ready, that timer. Yeah, because I think Nonto for me, I would like to see. Yeah, we do need a win. Yeah, I always feel a bit like when we win, I'll then wear my Leeds shirt out the next day, or before the game, I'll make sure I've worn it or whatever. I wore my Leeds shirt at Universal Studios in Florida on my holiday, and we were going on the Fast and Furious ride, and they ask you how many is in your party, and so we're like 2, and they're like, oh, go to the next station or whatever. And then the guy, as I was walking away, went, go Leeds! And I was like, so we have made it to America then. I did see a few people in Leeds shirts as well. Saw somebody with a square ball cap. I saw somebody getting on one of the Jurassic Park rides with a Leeds shirt on. I saw a couple of guys with Leeds caps on. So the thing is now, I can't tell whether they were English in America or they were Americans who were newly adopted Leeds because of Tyler Adams and Brendan Aronson. Well, and Jesse Marsh as well, I suppose. God, I hate half times. I know they're humans, but they're he's just too busy trying to get square on McGinn to concentrate on the game. Yeah, I think a few of them have put a couple of tasty tackles in on McGinn, but I also think as well it's not just about getting square with McGinn because of that tackle that he made on Archie Gray, but I think it's also part of the game plan because him and Douglas Luiz in that midfield are often their outball, and when Villa are trying to attack, or at least when they're trying to get out of their own box when Leeds have been attacking them, one of their first ports of call is to pass it into the feet, bit similar to what we do, is to just get it into the feet of Douglas Luiz and John McGinn, who can either pass it off and go or turn and run with it. And so people like Tyler Adams, when he comes charging out trying to get at McGinn, I think it's more a tactical thing that he's trying to get to the ball first, because that's a place where we can win the ball and spring counter-attacks, than it is just trying to get square with him. So I think we have put a few fouls on him, but I think that's because he's quite a good player, and when he does receive the ball into the feet, he doesn't lose it that often. But we are trying to squeeze in there and try and win that ball back so that we can try and spring those counter-attacks and score some goals. Come on, second half. I hate waiting for the second half. It's worse when you're actually in the stadium and you just sat there and there's no signal on your phone. Especially sometimes when I go on my own and there's no one to have a crack with. So I'm just stood there for 15 minutes waiting. It seems like the slowest 15 minutes of my life. But because I can talk to you lot on the streams, when I'm actually watching them from home, it goes a little bit quicker. have a look on Twitter and see what people are saying. Leeds have tweeted that half-time's 0-0, so somebody's tweeted, I've seen porn stars spend less time on their backs than Aston Villa players. Villa are so winning this game. We are shocking in defence. Cooper just as bad as Llorente. Surely try Ayling on the left for a change. Cooper off strike. No, I don't agree with the Cooper. I don't agree with the Cooper stuff. I think he's done really well. And he's not really been a liability this game. I think he's done well today. Second half live in a minute, so we'll probably have a load of more adverts. And then we'll get back to it. Yeah, I am nervous. I feel like after being fairly on top, it's one of those ones where they're just going to score early in the second half. Hopefully that's a sort of thing that's going to change under Marsh. I would like to see us go out there and get an early goal and then try and hold on to it. So players are coming back out for the second half now, Leeds and Villa together. I can see Llorente there in his bib, so he's on the bench still. Firpo's not come on, Bamford's not come on, Rodrigo's coming back out with the team. Sinistera, Koch, Rasmus. I don't think Leeds have made any changes. Nonto coming out there with his bib on still. I don't think Leeds have made any changes. And I would have liked to have seen them make some changes. And if they do, make them soon. Make them in the 60th minute or the 55th minute, something like that. Give this team 10 minutes, 5 minutes, then make a sub. I don't really want to see us stay like this for too much longer. Going back to it now, let me just get ready to press play on the timer so we're exactly synced. Second half has just kicked off at Elland Road. Oh yeah, so the commentators just confirmed that Jesse Marsh is able to communicate with Rene Maric. Because I saw that he had his headset on, you know, with his little microphone like this down here. So he can actually communicate with Rene Maric. So I'm expecting that they'll make some substitutions. I don't know if when a manager has a touchline ban, are they allowed to go in the changing rooms at half time? Or is it just the touchline and they're allowed to go in the changing rooms? Or is it just banned from all like direct contact with the team as a punishment? I'd like to know that. If anybody knows, let me know. Yeah, Kelvin's saying no good to bring on them if we concede first. Yeah, I don't want to be like that, out here like sitting ducks, waiting for them to score to then make changes. Because that's what happened against Southampton, actually. Although they hadn't scored, they were really starting to get back into the game before we made any substitutions, and then they started scoring goals, and we threw away a 2-0 lead there. This is 0-0, so this is even more precarious. So I'd like us to be proactive rather than reactive, and bring on those players that we need to bring on, really, to change the game earlier in the game, because they've got then more time and more chance to try and have an effect on the game. It just needs to be a better quality game. This has been a really poor quality game so far from both sides. I mean, Aston Villa, like I said, I can't believe that. I can't believe that pass accuracy from them, 50%, is ridiculous. But from Leeds as well, we've both been bad in possession for giving the ball away and stuff. So Leeds are just playing at the back, playing the ball around at the back so far in this second half. Hopefully we try and actually build something and go and try and score a goal at some point, but Strap tries to play it down the line to Aronson, but I saw someone. Oh, actually, never mind. I was gonna say I saw someone on Twitter saying that Aronson and Adams are both terrible, but I just remembered it was an Arsenal fan trying to get bites, so never mind. Click might be getting warmed up. So I hadn't thought about Click actually because Click's played well. Someone's getting a yellow card here. Sinistera's getting sent off. Sinistera's just been sent off. How the hell? What happened? It didn't even show it on the TV, I don't think. So Sinistera's got a red card. What was that for? I think he's going to have to look at... Can you go to VAR for a second yellow? Show us a replay at least. Oh, he just blocked it. He blocked a free kick being taken from less than 10 yards away, and he's got a yellow card. What a silly decision. Yeah, I saw that now. He's less than 10 yards away from the free kick, and then he just sticks his leg up. What? Such a... He was playing so well as well, and he just sticks a stupid leg up. What's the point in doing that? Leeds are singing "You're not fit to referee" in the crowd, but that is a yellow card. Like, by the letter of the law, he can't do anything about that. That is a yellow card, so it's just stupid from Sinistera to do that. Oh, that's so annoying as well because he was playing better than a lot of the other players. He was one of our best players, and now we're down to 10 men. Why do we do this to ourselves? That means he's banned as well for the next game. Villa have crossed the ball in here. It's gone to the back post. Coutinho's ball was whipped into the box. Coutinho has volleyed it onto the post. It's gone straight back to Watkins for an open goal, and Watkins has missed an open goal. Coutinho with a fantastic volley, and then Ollie Watkins somehow misses an open net. He is absolutely useless. I mean, you say that we need to look at getting a point from this game, but we beat Man City when we were down to 10 men. At 0-0, I think it's possible to win this game still. Because it only takes one goal to win this game at the moment. So I'm kind of hoping that he does make some sort of substitutions. He might have to just go a 4-2-2-1. Yeah, so instead of having 3 across that midfield, he might have to have 2. So he might have to do a 4, and then a 2 Mark Rocker and Tyler Adams, and then a 2 in there, and then a 1 up front, or a 4-2-1-2. It was just so silly to do that, and we're down to 10 men now. It's so frustrating. So frustrating when stuff like that happens. I really hope so, Doctor, that we see Bamford come on and score at the end, or even Nonto or something like that. Anyone. Villa are in the box here. Ashley Young back to Coutinho's on the edge of the box, and good challenge, but Watkins is offside here. He was running into the box there, but Watkins was offside. I don't know why Sinistera did that. The first one was a yellow card and the second one was a yellow card. Oh, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating, but it's just something you have to deal with as a fan because there's nothing you can do about it, and it's so annoying because it was just so unnecessary. He's been one of our best players as well today and previously, and he's now got a one-match ban for the next game, so it's just so frustrating. Why is he allowed to do that? Bednarek's just ran from his own half and played a ball down the line for Konza, but why has that happened? Oh, now Cooper's fouled. I don't understand why we're so flat. I know we haven't played in a while, but we should be more, like, flying out the blocks and stuff, but we're so flat. Just... Yeah, now Cooper's fouled Konza in an attacking position, and they've got a free kick in a dangerous spot, so... This is worrying. This is really worrying. God, John McGinn is ugly. Well done. Rasmus is able to clear the ball away from that. Aronson's chasing down Ashley Young. Why are we like this? Why do we do this to ourselves? Another challenge flies in from Tyrone Mings. Leeds fans claiming that he didn't get the ball, and so is Brendan Aronson. Yeah, Ayling and James last season, doctors saying, oh, Leeds have just gone in and made another foul. But then Aston Villa are doing it as well, but they're just not getting penalised for them. I think Robin Koch's going to get a yellow card as well. Or at least a talking to. God, this commentator hates Leeds. Andy Hinchcliffe or whoever it is. We'll never be mastered by you. Oh, another foul. Oh, God, this is like foul simulator or something. It's just constant. Robin Cox one. Oh. Oh. Bloody Firpo's coming on. I hope Firpo plays well. I really hope he plays well, but I just can't see it. I feel like he's just going to have an absolute mare. I'm in the mood at the moment where I just want Rasmus to just nut someone or something. Just screw it and just start kicking lumps out of him. It's so frustrating. Corner coming in here from Douglas Luiz. Just outside the cheese wedge. My mate will be sat in the crowd. Rodrigo's flicked it over the bar. Another corner here for Villa then. Short one this time. Douglas Luiz whips the ball into the box and Meslier punches it not convincingly. Wins it back the second time. Melia's had a bit of a weird game. I don't know what that first punch was. I'm worried about Melier doing this. He's had 3 chances to claim balls or to catch them, and he's flapped at all 3. So Firpo's coming on here for Rocker. Firpo's coming on for Rocker. Does that mean that we're going 3 at the back / 5 at the back? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 3 at the back. Pascal goes into the defence. Firpo goes into the left back. Yeah, and I just worry about Firpo. Like I think he always, I always think, oh, he can be good, but then like it just doesn't happen often enough, and it's just worrying every time you see him on the ball. Actually, it's not worrying when you see him with the ball. It's worrying when you see somebody else with the ball running at him, because he's really not good one-on-one situations. Aronson does well here, gets down the line, still got the ball. Leeds throwing just halfway inside the Aston Villa half. Away results for this season for Bournemouth, for Villa, lost to Bournemouth, Palace and Arsenal. We will be the one that turns the tide. I don't think they've ever won in this kit either, so we'll probably just be the one that turns the tide, won't we? Because that's just what happens to Leeds. Good defending there by Pascal Struijk, and Firpo tries to clear, manages to get it just to the technical areas where Rodrigo's battling for the ball. I want to see at some point, it's nearly the 60th minute now, I want to see some attacking changes. Although we've gone down to 10 men, we still need to think about trying to look at bringing Nonto or Bamford on. Jacob Ramsey's just had a shot there that he spooned over the bar, but I really would like to see some changes in the attacking department, because nothing's happening at the moment. Just give us a chance by trying something else in there. That's all. Villa haven't won away against a current Premier League team since their 3-0 away win here at Elland Road in March. Why is it just always set up to be Leeds are the ones that break people's duck? Oh, another bloody foul. Aston Villa's counter-attack play is not going to work as well, I don't think, now that we're not attacking as much. But we are struggling to get up the pitch. Struggling to create attacking opportunities. Here is Watkins in the box, passes it across the box, and Melier is able to just pick it up. Watkins has been terrible. Rasmus tries to play it down the line, goes to absolutely nobody. Villa, as you would expect, having a little bit more of the ball now because of Leeds going down to 10 men. Sorry, I can't stop yawning. Probably because of this game, to be honest. It's been terrible. Oh, Harrison's just made another foul. Yeah, Harrison's just made another tackle on Konza that's a free kick. I want to just bring some subs on. Start changing things. Just give us a chance to have something else on the pitch, something different, a different option at least, and that comes in the form of Bamford or Nonto or Gelhardt even. If I think Gelhardt's on the bench. Ball into the box from Villa. Rodrigo's able to clear, but it goes straight back to Douglas Luiz. And now Schalke is able to clear properly, just over the halfway line. Ashley Young's there, but he's being chased down by Rodrigo. Now Rodrigo's chasing down Emi Martinez. Emi Martinez has kicked it not very well and not very far, and it's gone straight to Leeds, but it's bounced straight back to Leon Bailey, and Firpo's fouling him. I mean, that probably was a foul. Now Leon Bailey's fouling him. Oh, there could have been a Leeds advantage there, but a yellow card for big sarcastic cheers at Elland Road because Bailey has actually finally got a yellow card. Yeah, it is an awful game of football. It's been terrible. It's really disappointing considering we've had 29 days off. You'd have thought there's so much time to prepare for this game, and obviously you can't legislate for your players getting sent off stupidly like that. But it is a little bit worrying that we are so flat. But like I said, I don't know why no substitutions have been made in the attacking department. Oh, Martinez dropped the ball there, but Cox's gone down holding his head. And so has Ashley Young. Rasmus has ran straight over to see if he's okay. I don't know if he's play acting or he's actually hurt. You never know anymore in the modern game. I think he's been caught on the cheek there, or like here. Ooh. Makes me cringe that because you can just feel the bone there. So if you get whacked right there, horrible. Yeah, Robin Cox's still down here. I'll take it if we finish between 12th and 15th. Can't see us finishing any higher. Like the likes of West Ham and Co will pick up, I feel. Yeah, I think at the start of the season we all said we'd be happy with like 13th, 14th. I think Ashley Young's okay and Robin Cox's still down here. Yeah, like I said, 14th, 13th, something like that. I said at the start of the season. I can't remember what I said in my Premier League predictions. I think it might have been 13th or 14th, and I think that probably is what we'll do. But when you do have such a good start to the season and you beat somebody like Chelsea, it is like it does give you that sort of false sense of security that you're going to be amazing. But it's not panned out like that, and I don't think it will pan out like that across the course of the season. And I don't think we'll finish in the top 10. So, yeah, if we win today, we are 8th, but I can't see it the way that we've been playing. We could nick something, and I'd be ecstatic with that, but the way we've been playing, I can't see that happening. I just hope that we make some actual... Oh, so Ayling's now coming along. See, Ayling's now coming on, but it's another defender. And he's dressed like Batman. Oh, Bamford's warming up. Thank God for that. Bamford's warming up. We have got 5 subs. I keep forgetting that. We have got 5 subs, so we've got Bamford and Ayling to come on, and then we've still got 2 subs left, which could be Nonto and Gelhardt, or Nonto and Click, or... I just hope that we get enough points early in the season to be safe, and then we don't really have to worry. Like, it won't be that bad losing games and stuff if you know that you pretty much got to be safe. So just to pick up some points early in the season is just really, really helpful for confidence levels. Leeds haven't had a shot since Sinistera went off. Not a single shot. So the subs are coming on now. Luke Ayling's coming on for Rasmus, and Patrick Bamford's going to be coming on, I expect, for Rodrigo. Rasmus came off then and he was going, come on, trying to hype Bamford and Ayling up. So Ayling and Bamford have come on. Patrick Bamford. I think he just I was saying earlier that I think he leads the line well, but the annoying thing is it's hard for him to lead the line well because he's not got the players up with him because we've got 10 men, so it's not going to have as much of an impact as it would have done. Which is why if he'd have brought him on at half time, that may not have happened. Or if we'd have scored in the first half, we'd have at least had something to hold on to. Bamford's first pass to Ayling, who would have been his first touch, wasn't great there. Tyler Adams has done what he always does and win the ball back. Well done. Oh, another foul on Brendan Aronson. He's obviously being targeted there. Has Ashley Young not had a yellow card yet? I'm not being funny, but the amount of fouls he's made. Lets the ball run across his body, then Ashley Young just trips him over. Should be a yellow card, the amount of challenges that Ashley Young's made on people. But hopefully this gives us a chance to actually put the ball in the box now and get Bamford on the end of it. Bamford and Cooper are in there. Bamford, Cooper, Koch, Strauch are all in there. We have to pick up on these games. I might be wrong, but I don't think we've played 4 of the top 7 yet or something. Yeah, we've only played Chelsea, I think, haven't we? I don't think we've played anybody else in that top thing. We were supposed to play Man United, weren't we? But that was cancelled. Harrison's put the ball in the box. Bamford's nearly there. Just too far for Bamford to get on the end of. Really unfortunate. Good delivery. Just too far for Bamford to get on the end of. Oh, he's offside anyway. Yeah, I think Bamford was offside there, but was a good opportunity, a good little piece of play to try and create that chance. Mings passes it out to Ashley Young, who should have had about 18 yellow cards. Villa are trying to pass it round a little bit more now, even though Ashley Young's just handballed it. Tyler Adams has won the ball back and he's going to have a look to play it out, probably to Harrison here. Harrison's been brought down and just not been given a free kick, and now Harrison's kicked somebody else and given them a free kick. God, it's frustrating being a Leeds fan. Been such a poor and frustrating game. Villa have got the ball here still. Spreads it out to Konza on the right-hand side. Back into John McGinn. Now Emi Buendia, who came on before, does a really good Trivella pass outside to Ashley Young, but Ayling manages to win the tackle, but it's still gone back to an Aston Villa player. Jacob Ramsey now with the ball. Passes it into Emi Buendia, who's going to have a shot, and it just misses. Did not look like that was far away at all. Oh, that was a very good strike and very unlucky that it didn't go in from his point of view. You've still not had anything like Villa. Still haven't had anything that's like majorly an opportunity in our box in the second half, even after we've had a red card. All the Leeds fans are getting up and moaning about something now. I can't tell quite what. Ball with Coutinho on the left-hand side. He's managed to nutmeg Robin Koch and flick it into the box. And Firpo has accidentally headed it out for a corner. He didn't even notice it hit his head, I don't think. He didn't. I don't think he knew that it was going to hit his head. I think he thought Robin Koch was going to head it, and then it just came and hit him on the head, and he was actually facing that way, and the ball hit him on the head and went that way. So Villa corner in here now. Oof. Melier's flapped at another one. It's gone right over everyone, hit Konza in the head, and gone out for a goal kick. Crowd are all going, way, way, so I don't quite know what's happened there. Melier to take this goal kick then. Hit that like button if you haven't hit it already. It helps get the stream out there. Thank you. Pascal Strike trying to get the ball forward now into Harrison's chest. Harrison's managed to bring the ball down. He's got 2 men on him, but he's managed to nearly get through, but doesn't quite. Leeds are putting the pressure on here. But Villa are able to do that switch and get completely straight out of there, which is what is a big issue with this system, and they've done it really well there, and now they're breaking down the opposite side. Ashley Young now with the ball on the left-hand side, tries to put it in the box. It's gone over everybody, but managed to still go to Emi Buendia. Firpo's been absolutely done by Buendia. Now Harrison's... Oh, it was outside of the football into the box by Buendia, but was able to be headed away by Liam Cooper, and Villa have still got the ball here, sustained attacking pressure. Oh, Ayling's misjudged that completely, and now the ball's with Coutinho, and it's just missed. I think we'd all be happy with a point now, after the way that this game has gone. I really do. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. Where does that leave us if we draw? So that leaves us in 12th if we draw, which is not too bad. But I suppose we have a game in hand on most people as well, to be fair. But we're on the same points as Bournemouth. How's that happening? I mean, Leicester are on 1 point. There's Victor Orta and Angus Kinnear. Victor Orta, who's obviously been rumoured to be interviewing for that Chelsea director of football job, which is a bit weird, really. I get as a player why you want to win the biggest things, but like as a director of football, he's got it ideal at Leeds. He's pretty much signed who he wants to now. Obviously in agreement with other people on the board. Watkins is inside the box, shoots, and it goes straight into Melier's gloves. 15 minutes left then here at Elland Road, and to be honest, I'm probably glad I didn't go to this game. The fuel, the ticket cost and everything like that, and it's been awful. Ayling now sends it long down the line, but it goes straight to Mings. Yeah, so that attempt from Watkins there, they're just saying, is the first attempt on target in the second half from Villa, and Leeds have had a player sent off for most of it. I think Harrison potentially needs to come off, because then that might allow somebody like Nonto to come on and try and explode on the counter-attack. Why does Ayling always, like whenever we play Villa, Ayling always tries to get too tight to Coutinho, and Coutinho's such a good player that, especially in those situations, that he always gets away. The ball was into the box there, but Watkins wasn't able to get any decent contact on it. 0-0 still here, and I really hope that we just go and get a goal now. Just nick one, even against a run of play. Tyler Adams now passing it up to Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson, I can tell he's going to be fouled again here. Oh, Brendan Aronson, he could have passed the ball through to Jack Harrison there, but he hesitated for a bit too long. Leeds just look like... It's so obvious that we've got a player less because there's just one less option than there should be. Oh, Bamford. Oh! Bamford had a really good shot there, right into the bottom corner where Emi Martinez was able to save, and it just came back out to Brendan Aronson, who was able to just get a bit on the ball, and it went back to the same corner, and Emi Martinez was able to save it, but a lot better, and it was a lot better because Bamford picked the ball up and he ran at the defence. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, Nonto and Click. Yeah, I forgot about Click. Click's been playing really well when he's come on in these games. He's been doing really well from those midfield positions. I think that could be a good shout. But then who does he come on for? It probably would have to be Aronson because we've already got rid of one of our holding midfielders. So Tyler Adams is on his own now. Excuse me. Yeah, because we've gone 5 at the back. It seems as though Tyler Adams is now sitting on his own in there with Aronson and Harrison in front of him, and then Bamford up front. But it is Click that's going to be coming on, so... Oh. Somerville. That's a weird decision. I honestly don't get the hype with Somerville. In the under-23s, he's been really good, but... In here, I would have just tried Nonto. I think that's all our subs, isn't it? Someone let me know if that's all our subs. Or whether we've got one left. Yeah, that's all 5. Oh, I don't know why you would bring Somerville on. I hope I'm proved wrong. I always say this. I hope they prove me wrong and Somerville goes and scores now, but I can't see it. I can't see why you would bring Somerville on in this situation. I wanted Nonto to get a chance. You've got to think, perhaps if Sinistera hadn't got sent off, you might have tried an extra striker if it was still 0-0 at this stage, so... Yeah, I'm yet to. The thing is, I'm yet to see Somerville do anything worthy of a place in the first team whilst he's been in the first team. Do you know what I mean? Like under 23s, he's shown that he should earn this place. But then when he's got in the first team, I've never seen him do anything that's particularly amazing or particularly first team worthy. Aston Villa are on the attack again here, but a bit of a miscommunication leads to Strout coming out with the ball. Passes it into Somerville. Somerville instantly loses it and passes it back to... Just manages to get it back to Cooper. And now Mings has gone straight through the back of Bamford. That is a yellow card. And if he doesn't get one... No, he's not going to get a yellow card. He's just gone straight through the back of him and full two-arm pushed him over. How is that not a yellow card? Oh, I know, because it's against Leeds. Leeds have only left Click and Ayling back, and I think Click is going to be taking the free kick. He's trying to put it into the box. Pascal Strout's trying to win that header. It's gone to Bamford on the edge, but Douglas Luiz has nicked him off him, and it's going to be a counter-attack here. But Leeds have managed to recover well, and Pascal Strout passes it all the way back to Meslier, who I think is going to send it long again for Firpo to try and win. But it's going to go out for a throw-in just inside. Just about halfway inside the Villa half. Really scrappy game, really poor game. But it's there for the taking. It is there for the taking. We've got 10 men, but this game at this point is there for the taking. Villa are now going to bring on Danny Ings, and you know what that means. That means Ings, 89th minute, 1-0, Villa win. You just know that's going to happen. I think you take a point now, and you'd be happy with it considering we've got 10 men. And we've had 10 men for most of this second half, so I think I'd take a point now. But honestly, I think Danny Ings is just going to come on and score. I can see it now. Rubbin Cox just got a yellow card. Coutinho then to whip the ball in from this free kick. Meslier is able to catch it and hold. What a frustrating game of football. What a boring and frustrating game of football. Let's be honest. I don't think either side deserves to win this. Really, it just deserves to be a draw. Tyrone Mings with the ball now. Just on the edge of the Villa box. Passes it out wide to Ashley Young, who's being closed down. Bednarek passes it out wide. They've switched the play now. Click's trying to tackle Douglas Luiz here, and they're recycling the ball and just going back and forward in their own half. I wonder if they're also thinking about playing for a draw. Click's been done by Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz now into the Leeds half, passes it straight to Somerville. Somerville manages to flick it back to Tyler Adams. Oh, Bamford's been fouled again. For somehow it's no free kick. If they score here, it should be overturned by VAR. Good header out by Cooper. Ollie Watkins now inside the box with the ball on the far right hand side. Tries to pass it out to Douglas Luiz, who lays it off to John McGinn, and there's a really good block by Ayling. He's all over him. He got hold of his arm. Ah, come on, Somerville. Just lost the ball. Five minutes left in this one then. Leeds 0, Aston Villa 0 at Elland Road. Aston Villa are piling on the pressure as Leeds are down to 10 men, if you haven't joined us before this point. Leeds free kick and the Leeds fans sarcastically cheer again. Leicester versus Nottingham Forest on Monday night. Leicester on 1 point after all those games. Come on, 4 minutes left and we've got an opportunity to nick this game. We just need one chance to fall to Bamford in the box, and it could be a 1-0 Leeds win, snatch and grab. In the first half, I think we were the better team, but then obviously Sinistera got sent off and we've had to back off a little bit. A lot, actually. Emi Buendia now. Running with the ball. Passes it outside to Ashley Young. Ashley Young's going to cut back onto his right foot. Give it back to Buendia again. And Click is able to manage to get that ball away. No, get up. Well done, Firpo. Oh, Firpo. Tried to press his right. Tried to give Bamford a ball down the line with his right foot, and it was terrible. Watkins is in the box here. Up against Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams manages to deflect it. It goes straight into Mellier's grateful arms. Hit that like button if you haven't already, please. It really helps me out. If you hit that like button, legend has it that Bamford will score a winner. It's honestly a game of head tennis at the moment. Oh no. Click takes a mick a bit sometimes. He just picks the ball up and like runs around with it, then chucks it back, and then like he just never gets any penalisation for it. Oh, Click free kick against Douglas Luiz. Tyrone Mings now with the ball halfway inside their half. 2 minutes left. If we can hold on and get a point, I think it's a good result given what's happened in the game. Before the game, though, I don't think this is a good result. If you say, would you take a draw? Watkins is in the box. Really good save by Meslier. Really good save by Meslier. Another corner here, 89th minute, whipped in, and it's gone straight into the side netting. I just don't agree with the decision to bring Somerville on. I just don't think he was ever going to do anything. If he does now, I will eat my words, but I can't see it. I think this is going to be a draw. I don't know how many added minutes there's going to be. It's the 90th minute now. Four minutes. 4 minutes of additional time then in this game. Well done. Ayling's won the ball back. There's not really any options for him to... He's just passed it... Ayling's just sent it along straight into the arms of Emi Martinez there. Oh. He's trying to play little flicks and little passes around the corner to try and get Bamford in, but it's all very speculative and hopeful. It doesn't really look like it's ever going to come to anything. Leeds have given away another free kick. Come on, Leeds. They've got a free kick, Aston Villa have, just inside the Leeds half, and they're going to try and whip it into the box here. Young's passed it all the way down to Watkins. Oh, and Leeds have managed to just get it clear. Firpo's going to send this long. Oh, Firpo, what are you doing? McGinn shoots. Oh, and just goes wide. This is horrible. Yeah, that was a worrying sign when Watkins was just in 5 yards of space all around him when he was able to receive that ball. Long goal kick from Meslier here. Firpo sort of wins the header with the back of his head. Bamford's got the ball in behind Bednarek. Oh, Bamford's tripped over himself. He's passed it to Click. Oh! Click's hit it over the bar, but I think it's a corner to Leeds still. John McGinn has made an unbelievable challenge to stop Click scoring there. He lays it off for Click, and Click tries to shoot, and McGinn slides in with a really, really well-timed challenge. Because I think that would have been 1-0 Leeds. God. Oh, this is going to be a terrible corner, I can just tell. It's not a bad one. Oh, it's gone over everyone. Tyler Adams has got the ball, passes it to Somerville. Somerville tries to clip the ball back into the box. Click's giving away a free kick right on their goal line. Come on, Leeds. 10 seconds. Right, final whistle should be going now. Ball's been whipped into the box. Mings has laid it off to Ings. Ings. Final whistle. Well, Leeds have drawn 0-0. A really, really terrible game. Boring game. Yeah, it's a good result under the circumstances, but like I said before the game, I would not have taken that. We should be beating Aston Villa given the way that they've been playing at the moment, and Sinisterra's got himself sent off and banned for the next game. Watkins is absolutely woeful, but Leeds just not fantastic. Ilex, what are you on about, mate? What does that mean? Yeah, worrying signs that we could create anything before really Sinisterra got sent off, and then he's got sent off, and he has been one of our best players. So throughout that game, throughout the season and throughout the international break as well. So Sinisterra getting sent off is really, really frustrating. I don't know why he would do that, but just so many mistakes in that game. Yeah, awful. Thanks for watching this one. I know it wasn't great because it was such a boring game, but we shall be back at it now with the content. We've got the Fulham and the Arsenal games coming up, which you'll get matchday vlogs from. I think the Leicester game, is it Leicester? I think the Leicester game is away, isn't it? So that'll be another live watch along, and then obviously the stuff on the midweek fix and additional videos as well. So I should be back at it now. Thanks for sticking with me whilst I've been away, and yeah, I'll see you next time on Leeds Lately.